because it was always going to happen if you took children out of their social learning environments of receptions and nurseries. And it was always going to happen when parents were trying to work from home. But what effectively has happened is that parents have stuck their kids in front of a screen while they try to get on with working from home. This is a big part of it, understandably.
Yes. And do you know what? This makes my blood boil and my heart break simultaneously. This was absolutely predictable. And I was staggered this morning to read a quote from the Chief Executive of the Royal College of Speech and Language, who said it was shocking and nobody would have thought it would have been this significant. Really?
I know.
Well, as a parent and as a doctor, I could have told you this instantly, and that's why we screamed, don't do it. Children learn by watching people, by watching lips, by seeing faces. So not only did we lock them at home in front of a screen, we put masks on people around them at the same time, and we expected that to make no difference. And I think these decisions were made because there's this view in government that children are resilient and they'll always be okay, they'll always bounce back. And that too makes no sense to me, because if that were true, we wouldn't have adults with trauma that started in childhood. So anyone with half a brain, just half, maybe a quarter, could have seen that this was going to happen. And we have destroyed kids all the way through for decades. When I saw babies at 8 weeks and did a baby check, they wouldn't smile unless I took my mask off.
Yeah.
And that's a clear sign. Babies learn by watching faces.
Nana, is it purely the parents' responsibility, though? When they've sat these children in front of tech, I mean, look, we all do it. Don't get me wrong. You know, my kids spend way too much time on screens. It's really difficult. But they're older. Or is it that the state should have thought about this when we were locking them down?
Well, to be honest, OK, so if I go back to the lockdown, we thought we were doing the right thing, right? We did it because we thought we were doing the right thing. And on some levels we did the right thing, on others we didn't. And my son, Ivory, he's actually 5. So I went through the whole thing with him being there. And because I work in journalism, I could have actually taken him to school.
You were a key worker, yeah.
Well, I tried. And they said, no, we haven't got enough teachers. So, unfortunately, he can't come into school. So even though I was a key worker, I still couldn't get him in school. So their plan didn't quite work as it was meant to. And I have noticed that before he was so sharp, he was so astute. He used to watch, not Top Gear, but the other one. What's the other one?
Car programme?
Yeah, car programme.
Fifth Gear?
No, the one.
Oh, the one that Jeremy Clarkson then went on to do.
And he goes, Jeremy Clarkson, James Hammond. He used to, one time he was sitting in the bath and we heard him swear. We said, where's that from? And he's been watching too much of that car show. But his learning went backwards as well. So even now, his concentration, he was so sharp. He's still clever because I work on him, but
can you see why? And the kids